Hello everybody. Today I'll be taking a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Refraktor 3-pack. So this is an old figure, obviously. It's from the Siege line. And this is the packaging that it comes in. It looks pretty cool. So I started collecting the mainline War for Cybertron figures pretty late, and I was unable to get many of the Siege figures. And this was one of the figures that I really wanted. So I'm really happy to be able to get them at this point at retail price. I believe it was around $100 Canadian. I got him at an online Canadian retailer, Toys No Man. But I think I also saw him at BBTS and TF Source for around $80 US. So depending on where you're from, you can still get this figure if you really want it. So let's open it up and check them out. So he comes with an instruction booklet. Looks like line art drawings and not real photos. And you can see it here inside the box. There's this plastic clamshell here. I'd like to show you guys the unboxing and what comes inside the box so that you can see if anything is missing from yours, or if maybe like yours is missing tape or something. So it looks like on mine there's no tape or ties that hold down the clamshell, so hopefully mine is not missing anything. It does seem strange not to have the clamshells be taped together and have it all loose like this. I think it looks like I have everything that I'm aware of that this figure comes with. And it comes with this display insert. Looks like just some random patterns. So here's the figure, and the figure itself is actually tied down to the clamshell, so that's good. Well, the lens is tied down. So here's the main camera body with the camera accessories, which the regular release didn't come with. The regular release came with the lens and tripod, but that's about it. Another accessory that he comes with is this Kremzik. If you're not familiar with this character, it was a character from a G1 episode that was made of pure energy, and if he entered into the circuits of the Autobots, or I guess any Transformer, it would go haywire. But that episode mainly starred Blaster, so I'm not sure why it comes with this figure, but it's a pretty cool accessory anyway. And it also comes with this piece here. It comes with 3 of them. They're the guns for the robot mode, and they also form the tripod and camera mode. And here are the other camera accessories. We have the flash here. And here we have the top piece of the camera. I'm not sure what it's called. It splits apart. There's a Decepticon symbol on one side and the word Refraktor across the front. It has a nice silver paint application. And we have this camera grip. It has some nicely molded details. It has a shutter button. Not sure what this other button's for. It has this winding mechanism molded in. It doesn't work or anything, but it's still cool. And here's the lens. It's the same as the regular release, except for it's molded in black instead of gray. And it has a nice silver paint application. It comes apart into 3 pieces. It's so that in robot mode, they can be like used as shields or something, but I don't think they look great, so I wouldn't even have cared if it didn't come apart. So to assemble the camera parts onto the camera body, you want to take this top piece here. It has these 2 tabs here at the bottom, and you want to slide them into these holes, into these pieces that are sticking out here. For this grip piece here, there are 2 pegs at the bottom here that you just want to peg into these holes at the bottom of the feet. Then you want to fold down this side panel and peg it into the side, and then fold in this front panel. And for the flash, there's a peg on the bottom here. You want to peg it into the far right hole. And for the lens, there are these little tabs here that you just want to tab into some slots here. There should be 3 sets of slots, and you just want to try to line it up. It might be difficult, so you might have to fiddle with it a little bit. And lastly, for the tripods, you just want to assemble their guns together. Each gun has this kind of shield with a tab on one side and a slot on the other side. So there's a slot here on one side and a tab on the other side, and you just want to take those and tab the tab from one gun to the slot in the other gun. So now what you want to do is you want to take one of these faux lens pieces, and on this tripod here there are 3 tabs, and there are 3 slots here on the front of the lens piece. You just want to tab the tabs into the slots. So now there's a peg here, and you just want to peg that into a hole on the bottom of the camera. And there you have the camera fully assembled. Looks great. I think better than the cartoon version, in my opinion. And speaking of the cartoon version, here it is, with some upgrade camera parts. I forget where I got them from, or what the company was called, but they're 3D printed parts. Here's what they look like with the camera parts switched. So here's the instruction booklet. It looks very nice and well thought out. I think they really put a lot of effort into making it an interesting instruction booklet. So on this page here, they have an item checklist. Before starting reconnaissance mission, check that all the following items have been included with your camera. So it's like an instruction booklet for a reconnaissance camera rather than a toy. And here are some assembly instructions for the camera mode. So here we have an index for the upcoming sections, shooting tips for propaganda, blackmail, and surveillance. So it says, propaganda. Use a simple background. Move as close to the subject as possible without angering him. Burn in a powerful message promoting your leader and the Decepticon cause. Blackmail. Use the firelight of the burning planet to create an ominous tone. Stay as far away from your subject as possible to avoid the wrath of your comrades. Use telephoto lens and zoom into subject from a safe distance. Surveillance. Use flash when shooting night scenes in the eternal darkness of a dying planet. Stay as far away from subjects as possible to avoid Autobot detection. Use the backdrop of a scorched and crumbled cityscape silhouettes in a smog of floating debris to achieve gritty texture. And they have some nice artwork to show examples of these techniques. And here's some line artwork of the accessories that come with spectral viewfinder and spyglass, the 3 robots that make up Refraktor. And there's also some nice line artwork of the camera mode. And here's a bigger version of that line artwork of the camera mode. I'm not sure what these other things are. It looks like they're tech specs for the guns and some other accessories, but all the guns look the same, so I'm not sure which tech spec belongs to which gun. And here's the transformation, which I'll go over after this. And here's how you attach the weapons in robot mode. I noticed that they only used 2 of the lens pieces, so I'm not sure where the 3rd lens piece is supposed to go officially. Here are instructions on how to transform him into his 2nd alternate mode. I think this is more for the general release of this figure, where it only comes with 1 robot, so they had to come up with some sort of alternate mode. So here's how you attach the accessories in robot mode. You need to break the lens into 3 parts. Same with the tripod. And for this top piece, you split it in half. And on the bottom here, you need to rotate this piece here out. Same on the other side. Then for the script piece, you just flip this part out and then lift this part up. So let's start with Spectro. First, you want to take this grip piece and there's a tab. The second tab it to his shoulder, and you can fold this part back if you want, but that limits the articulation. So if you want to articulate it, you got to move it back to the side. And then he has a gun, of course. And then for viewfinder, you want to take these top pieces here, and then, I have to rotate this piece out further until it's all the way out to the side like that. And then there's a tab here. What you want to do is you want to tab that into this slot here. And same with the other piece. Then you want to take one of these lens pieces and tab it to his shoulder. You want the wide part to be pointing back. And of course, he has a gun also. And then for spyglass, you want to put the lens piece on his forearm. And you want, you want the wider end facing upwards. Then you want to take this flash piece and just peg it into his shoulder. And give him his gun. So like I said previously, there's this remaining lens piece where I'm not sure where it goes, but the place that looks most appropriate is on spectral shoulder here. It's the only place left that fits. So I don't know, something like that. They all transform the same, so I'm just going to show the transformation for one of them. First, you can remove this faux lens piece, then wiggle these back legs here and then fold them out. And fold them down and close these pieces here, then pull the legs apart. Then you can rotate the arms out and then flip out the fists. And then rotate the waist around and rotate the legs around. Then flip up the head and then rotate it around. And there you have him in robot mode. And then you can take this faux lens piece and plug it into the back of his butt. And to transform him back into camera mode, you just do the reverse operation. And to assemble the three pieces together, you just peg them together like so. So now I'll show the transformation for the second alternate mode. So first you want to rotate his head around, then flip it down. Then you can flip in his fists. Then you can remove this piece here, fold the arms back. Actually, first you want to get the arms out of the way so you can rotate the waist around, then fold the arms back. Now you want to rotate both his legs out to the side, and then you want to flip down the feet. Then you want to grab one of these gun pieces, turn the figure around, and then there's a hole here. You want to tab the side of the gun into the two holes on the bottom of the feet. And there's tabs here and here. So you just want to tab the legs together. So then now you want to fold down the chest here. And then there's this inside piece that you want to fold out as well. And there's tabs here on the bottom of this piece that you want to tab into slots here at the top of the legs. So now you want to take this lens piece, and there's a peg on the bottom here and a hole there. You want to just peg it in. And here you have his second alternate mode, and it looks pretty crappy. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a spaceship or something. And I don't know where this piece goes. I can't really find a place for it. I thought maybe it could prop it up or something because the front part just falls down if there's nothing to prop it up. I don't know if maybe you can fold the arms down and it could be a gun like Shockwave. I don't know. This is kind of terrible too. For articulation, his head rotates 360. He can look up a lot, but it kind of breaks the sculpt. He can look down a little bit, but not too much. And for his arms, it rotates 360. Can go out this much. And there's kind of a reverse butterfly joint, but it's really just for the transformation. Has a bicep swivel and 2 points of articulation at the elbow so he can bend it really far. There's no wrist swivel. You can bend it downwards. That's mainly for the transformation. And he has a waist rotation. If you remove this faux lens piece, you can rotate 360. And the legs can kick out this far, about 90 degrees, back the same, 90 degrees, and out to 90 degrees. The knee bends 90 degrees. And there's an ankle tilt. And toe can bend downwards. So now to see how useful all this articulation is, let's see what poses he can do. For some comparisons, here they are with the cartoon version of Refraktor. Normally I prefer the cartoon color scheme, but I had to get this toy version as well because I really like the toy colors. And also because they painted these figures, it looks so much nicer. Here they are with my custom painted Earthrise Megatron. And here they are with Siege Shockwave. It's a little bit of a tongue twister. And here they are with some Legacy Insecticons. And here they are with my music label Soundwave because I couldn't get the Netflix Soundwave. And here they are with my Classics Thundercracker because I didn't want to buy any more Seekers. And here's some nice artwork on the box that I don't think I showed off. It was underneath the top flap after you opened it. And I think that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.